Hello, we're here at TFcon with voice actor John Moschitta. Got it right this time?
You did. You got it absolutely perfectly right. You know, I was to worry about that. You never know what people are going to say, but you said it absolutely right, so it's perfect.
Wow. So your claim to fame is talking like a super speed Flash.
That's exactly it. I do everything with my mouth, and I do it very quickly.
Wow, that could be controversial.
Yes.
So how did you get this superpower talent for talking really quick?
Well, when I was 12 years old, growing up on Long Island, there was a cerebral palsy fair. People like my house, and they announced that they would donate $2,000 for cerebral palsy for anyone that broke a Guinness record. So first I wanted to ride the roller coaster at Coney Island. So I called Coney Island, and they said, hey, kid, take a hike at 12 years old. We are not going to let you strap yourself into the cyclone for 2 weeks straight. So I went home and I started flipping through the book, decided I wasn't going to eat a car, so I lead pipe. So the next thing was to lock myself in a room and teach myself how to do fast talking. I also had 5 sisters, so to get a word in edgewise was a little bit of self-defense.
Yeah, wow, we just went through the entire history and that thing. Well, how did you get noticed? Because you know you were on That's Incredible.
Yes.
Right, because you talk really fast.
Well, actually, I was at a party one night in L.A., and a friend of mine from New York who talks very quickly was trying to pick up a Valley girl, and she looked at him and said, oh my God, you must be like the world's fastest talker. And he says, no, as a matter of fact, this person is. And I came over and I did my little party to be or not to be or whatever, and a guy came over and said, my name's Alex Pomasanov, I'm the producer of That's Incredible, and That's Incredible, I want to put you on the show. And they put me on and haven't stopped working since.
Really, people saw you and go, man, we want you.
Yep. It was crazy. It aired in 1980 on a Thursday night, and the following Tuesday I was booked on The Tonight Show, The Merv Griffin Show, The Mike Douglas Show, started negotiating for the Federal Express commercial, and negotiating a talent contract with ABC, all in 4 days.
Wow. So I remember watching those FedEx commercials, and that was quite impressive.
Well, thank you. That was a lot of fun. That really put me on the map. I went from... My mother called me, she says, do you know you're on the cover of New York Magazine? I was like, what? So it was really... That it's still, I believe to this day, it's still the most award-winning commercial in the history of advertising. And it was named the most effective advertising campaign in the history of advertising. And it won the commercial of the millennium for the 1900s. So.
Millennium, that's quite a long time
Yes.
recovering, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 1 million years?
1 million of years.
Also, you're here today at TFcon because you are Blur.
That is me. That is me. Decepticons above me. Decepticons below me. Every person I look, I see Decepticons. I've had stupid missions, but the stupidest mission I've ever been on.
Wow. Doctor's freaking impressed.
Uh-huh.
So what are we working on now?
Well, I still do a bunch of animated things. I do Robot Chicken quite often, and a couple of other shows. I have a movie that I'm going to start filming in September called Gun, or right now it's called Gun. That could always change. With Laila Ali, Muhammad Ali's daughter. It's a boxing movie, and I just keep busy doing whatever. Things come along. Still doing a bunch of commercials and personal appearances for corporations and whatever. So.
Oh, what'd you do on Robot Chicken?
Well, Robot Chicken, we did a takeoff of the Micro Machine commercials, and then I've done several just other characters for them. So, of course, I don't remember a single one of them because I just go and say the words, and then they're out of my head as soon as it's over and go home.
Fair enough. Wow. Now, you talk really fast. It's a natural gift for you. So when you looked at a script, do you automatically read it fast?
Actually, if I'm just reading it for myself, I'm a pretty slow reader, actually. It takes me a long time to read. If I'm just working, I do most of my stuff, I work off, when I'm doing TV and stuff like that, and it's fast stuff, I work off a teleprompter, so I don't have to memorize it.
And so the teleprompter guy is just going...
Well, back in the day, when I first started, it wasn't all computerized, they didn't have that kind of stuff. And that I used to jam it, and I set a couple of them on fire. The papers would jam and they'd start sparking and doing whatever. And then they had one that was an acetone one that they had a hand write, and it had a crank that would turn it, and it wasn't fast enough, so someone would have to grab it. They would have to disconnect the crank, and someone would have to grab it and run across the studio as the words were coming up. So it was quite a challenge. But now they have computers, so it's fine. The early versions of the computers I used to overheat, and they would start putting scribble stuff all up on the screen. But now that they've gotten it down to a science that they can go way faster than I can.
Wow. Because I've done teleprompter, and I was kind of worried about going too fast. But with you, I guess... Zoom!
When I read a teleprompter, the words that are coming out of my mouth are not the words that are on the screen. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to go so fast. And it's very hard for a teleprompter person who hasn't worked with me before not to have the words on the screen, because that's how usually people do it. They're saying what's on the screen, but I'm already thinking about what's already been on the screen. So I keep telling them, you got to write it higher. The words have to be going, or else I won't be able to know what's coming next. So it takes a little bit of practice with a new person. But I have several people that I use on a regular basis, and they're great because they know exactly how to do it.
Awesome. So you got your own teleprompters.
Yep.
Yay! You create work for everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, John Moschitta. Maybe you should do the voice of Flash.
Ah, that sounds good to me.
In any sort of animated series, think about it. I mean, Flash is a fast guy, so he'd be talking fast, and John would be a perfect Flash, right?
I think so.
Excellent. How does one get a hold of you? Like, do you have a Facebook page? Or
I have a Facebook page. I don't have a fan page. I'm kind of like a technological idiot. I don't tweet, twat, Instagram, do whatever. Whenever I do the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, they always want me to do this stuff, and I'm like, what's the thing where you did the 6-second videos or something? Let's do one of them. I'm like, I have no idea what that is, but they come into my dressing room and we post things all over the place, but I have no idea what it is. I really need to do that, because nowadays a lot of people won't hire you unless you have like 1 million. How many followers does he have?
1 million followers.
Yes. That's what I need to get up to. So I really need to do like a fan page and stuff, but I haven't done it yet. So
awesome. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you
Same
very much,
here.
sir.
Thank you.
So now we get everyone's name wrong, sir.
Yeah, that's okay. I've been called, I was introduced on the show one time as Mr. Moschitta, Mr. Matushu, and I get the shit all lot, so.
That's so good.
And a twin sister, whenever we would have a substitute teacher, they'd say, Joan, her name was Joan Moschitta, and everybody was nice and laugh. And then she'd just get them calmed down, and she'd go, John Moschitta, and then they'll just start again.